Hello peoples, it is late. Well, it's not even that late, but I am so tired. I've been working a lot lately. But this video is just an update on the fact that I'm not breastfeeding anymore. I also sound nasally. I'm pretty sure it's hay fever. I thought it was a cold, but now I'm leaning towards hay fever because it keeps coming and going based on my surroundings. But I'm nasally at the moment. I apologize. Basically, I've been working a lot lately. As you guys know, we've night weaned Hayden. Start of that was hell, and then it's been over a month of night weaning, hasn't it? And he still from like 4 AM asks for booby. Hungry for booby, he goes. We've been doing one when the sun's awake, booby's awake. When the sun goes to sleep, booby goes to sleep. So that's how we night weaned him, by explaining that. And we just went cold turkey with the night weaning because I was trying to do like pushing him longer and longer each time. But it just wasn't working because you can't explain to a 20-month-old, like, or 18, I think, 18 months, 19 months, he was at the time, that, like, you got to wait half an hour, you got to wait 1 more hour. They don't have that concept of time yet. I gave up on that and we just went cold turkey with the sun cycle idea. I don't know what I'm saying. So basically, what is the cat doing in the background? That's what we did, but the last couple of... It started when I started working, and I have started work at a chocolate shop. Obviously, it's Easter. It's the Wednesday before Easter when I'm recording this. Don't know when it'll be up because I'm working at a chocolate shop, and therefore life is crazy at the moment. But it's been hectic. Was meant to be working at the actual shop, but obviously it was a bit quiet leading up to Easter in the shop, but the factory was pumping out heaps of chocolate, and it's all handmade, handcrafted. So it takes a lot extra time. It's not just like quickly chucked out by machines. We have to do everything. So I was working Tuesday and Thursday there, and shifts start at 7, so I was getting up at 5:10 to get there in time because the factory is a bit further away than the shop is. We had to switch things up. It wasn't me being in with Hayden anymore, it was Luke being in the mornings, and he sleeps way better for Luke than he does for me. He basically started sleeping better for Luke, so Luke was going in with him in the mornings to let me sleep longer. And then there was one night where you actually let me sleep all night until 6:30, and we went to bed fairly early. So that was amazing. That's the most I've slept since way before Hayden was born. I used to have insomnia before Hayden was born, so things were changing. I started working basically every day at the shop in the week leading up to Easter this week. Hayden was basically getting fed once a day. I was coming home and he was instantly asking for boob, which was annoying, by the way, when I've been working all day and I come in the door and I'm so excited to see him and he just doesn't care about me, he just wants booby. One of the main reasons that I wanted to wean him, and also he doesn't need it anymore. He's started eating heaps. He never used to eat anything at all, and now all of a sudden he's making up for it. He just wants it for comfort, which is fine, but there's other ways to comfort, and I'm exhausted and I just it was just time to wean. And now's the best chance because I'm not around as much this week, especially to remind him constantly of booby, you know, because it's hard for him. I'm here. I've always breastfed on demand. Like, he's just used to asking when he wants it and getting it. So we chose now to do it, and it was hard. There was a lot of tantrums. Okay, so the 27th, Saturday night, was his last feed ever. I let him drink until he unlatched. He unlatched once to switch, and then I was like, no, we're not switching. This is it. And then he latched on, and then we waited. Yeah, it was a long feed. He hasn't fed properly, like, for ages. Ages and ages? Yeah, he hasn't fed for ages and ages. But he fed for quite a while, but I wanted him to unlatch and be ready to unlatch, and like most of this weaning process is led by me, but I wanted the last feed to be led by him. So he unlatched and then the tantrum started, but he's actually done pretty good. Now today, it's the 31st, last day of March, it's now Wednesday, so it's been... Wednesday night. Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's been like about 4 days. And today, when I got home from work, he didn't ask for booby straight away. He asked for jerky because I had beef jerky in my hand. We'd just ignore that. But it took him a good hour. I went and had a shower and then went outside and he was playing and he was chatting to me, and then all of a sudden he stopped playing and came over and asked for booby. So that's progress. And I keep sitting him on my lap and I say, look at me, because his brain is everywhere. He struggles to keep focus on things, but he knows look at me now, and he meets my eyes and I say something along the lines of, now remember, and he always points at the sun or like out the window to where the sun is, because obviously we've been doing when the sun's awake, booby's awake. And I say, no, remember things have changed now, no more booby ever, okay? And then I say something like, we used to do when the sun's awake, the boobies awake, but boobies are gone now. They've gone asleep and they're not waking up and stuff like that. Sounds really sad, like they've passed away. But anyway, do you want food? Do you want cuddles? Do you want to play? Blah, blah. He has a little patty, but they've gotten smaller and shorter and quicker. And they're barely a minute now. Oh, I think we're getting progress lately, yeah. He had a way bigger patty with me putting his under his nappy on tonight after his bath than he has for booby in a day or two. I'm breastfed. That's how it went. I'm breastfed. Is that what I said?
Yeah, I was just trying to understand that.
We're no longer breastfeeding. I mean, I was breastfed. But anyway.
You said that and I was like, wait. What did you
I'm glad I noticed that. I would have looked back and been so confused. Anyway, so we've weaned. As for me, obviously, I don't know if my viewers would actually know this, but when you don't feed, it hurts. Your breasts get filled with milk that is normally drunk from, obviously, and they get like rock hard and so sore, like moving hurts. Seatbelts are the worst when you've just had a long day at work and you've got to put a seatbelt on and it's just sitting across both. It was just, ouch. It hurts so much. I used to struggle a lot when Hayden was younger and I was working for a bit at NCT. I used to struggle, and that was only like short 6-hour shifts max. I was actually going 24 hours and my chest was only hurting slightly, like they were starting to get sore, but like they could go a lot more before they are excruciating. So for the first couple of days we did one feed in 24 hours, and that they didn't get sore but they got tender. And then after like 2 days of that or something, I switched to one side every 24 hours, so then it was 48 hours between boobs, and it was pretty quick because this one has never really behaved. This one is always the main producer. So yeah, I have had no pain. I'm pretty sure do you reckon I could still get milk out? Do you reckon I've dried up? Milk is still being produced. My milk has not dried up. It's still very much there. Right there. Like, I just need to express once and it comes out as milk does. But I'm not engorged at all. My chests are tiny again. My chests, I only have one chest. My breasts are tiny again. I'm tired. I think if you go the natural process of what human bodies were made to wean at, then it's not going to hurt as much, if that makes sense, because we never used to have formula as an option. Our bodies don't understand that formula is an option. So I think I'm taking more of a natural path to weaning, and that's why it's not hurting my body so much. Whereas if we switched him to formula and stopped breastfeeding when he was younger, it was going to hurt a whole lot more, because my boobs don't understand that his milk is suddenly coming from a bottle. Like, they're just doing their thing. I was obviously worried about mastitis and engorgement and pain, but yeah, it's been great. I'm happy. I have only gone to accidentally subconsciously feed him twice, so I'm doing good. I just went to, he like asks and sat in my lap once, and I just went to get my boob out and I was like, wait, hold on. But yeah, it's a habit of 22 months, to be fair. that's my update. If you've gone through your own breastfeeding journey, please comment below how you ended it and how it went for you. And I'll see you in the next video. So, bye peoples.